Before I actually do it, and everyone gets all upset about it, I should clarify that I don't pick on Ben 10 just to upset its fans. The truth is, I'll pick on any cartoon that has drawings as bland and characters as generic as Ben 10. Hell, I'll even insult bad cartoons from my own childhood. Thundercats, Smurfs, Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles, some of the worst cartoons of all time. There, I hope everyone's happy, because now I've upset several generations of people who get sentimental over bad animation. I mean, come on, I'm a professional critic. Upsetting people, it's kind of my thing. But I'm also kind of an animation lover. I like cartoons even more than I like video games, frankly. So anytime a game based on a cartoon comes into the office, let alone one for a Nintendo console, it basically goes straight into the Derek pile. And sadly, I don't expect a Wii adaptation of Private Snafu anytime soon. This is Ben 10, Protector of Earth for the Nintendo DS. Anyway, listen, the only reason I bring this stuff up is to highlight the utter absurdity of what I'm about to say. I mean, if a guy like me can appreciate a game like this, I mean, it should make its fans' heads explode. That is to say, Ben 10 Protector of Earth is freaking solid. Now, before I get too praise happy here, let's be clear. Ben 10 Protector of Earth, it's not going to appeal to anyone who isn't a fan of the show. This game isn't so good that you should check it out even if you've never heard of Ben 10. But if you're a fan of the program, especially a young fan, this game's honestly a no-brainer. At its core, Ben 10 Protector of Earth is an action platformer. You're controlling the protagonist, Ben Tennyson, and his alter ego alien forms through side-scrolling levels filled with platforms and gaps to cross. But once you encounter enemies, that's when Protector of Earth shows its mean streak. The game has a kind of beat-em-up vibe during its combat portions, focused on the repetitive use of very simple maneuvers. But what makes this game better than the sum of its admittedly underwhelming parts is the balance it so effectively maintains. The brawls never get too boring since Protector of Earth keeps things moving at such a nice pace. Before you're exhausted by the combat, you're already platforming again. Another nice aspect of the game's design is Ben 10's ability to switch between characters. Each of his alien forms can be transformed into on the fly, and each one actually possesses its own unique attributes and abilities. Obviously, this also keeps the gameplay fresh, and it's an especially great touch for kids who might have really short attention spans. They could just change aliens and go from climbing walls to breathing fire. This is just really smart game design, especially for a kid's game. Another great thing is that the alien forms can only be used for a limited amount of time. There's this colored gauge you have to keep full in order to stay in alien form, and if it runs out, you're back to being an underpowered Ben 10, and you have to wait for the gauge to fill. This gives you added incentive to fight effectively and reap the gauge-filling orbs from fallen foes. You throw in the upgrade system that lets you improve the individual abilities of your alien forms, and you got a thoroughly impressive kids game. Now again, the core mechanics in this game are average at best, platforming and combat included, but Ben 10 Protector of Earth shows what smart design can do, and it's honestly probably the best Ben 10 game to date. And if I'm saying that, I mean, you know it's true.